going to do C here. So we have two brackets, numbers out in front. We're multiplying. I look in the brackets. Are the numbers small or big? Should I simplify them? No, it's like root 3 you can't simplify, root 5 you can't simplify, 6 and 10 you can't simplify. So we just dump whatever number's outside gets multiplied in. What's 2 times root 3? No. 2 root 3, right? If it's just a number, you just multiply it. You only multiply inside the radicals. All right, so I get 2 root 3 minus 2 root 5. Then this negative root 2 gets dumped in. What's negative root 2 times root 6? Negative root 12. Negative root 2 times root 10 is negative root 20. Watch your signs. Now we just need to simplify and combine like terms. So the 12 is going to be a 4 and a 3. Let me write this bitch. Which is the 2 2's. So I'm going to get minus 2 root 3. And the 20 is a 5 and a 4. Minus 2 root 5. Everybody good with that? And then I combine my like terms. What's 2 root 3 minus 2 root 3? 0. No more root 3's. Negative 2 root 5 minus 2 root 5 is? And there you go. So we can do it with variables as well. Okay. Negative 4 root a times root a. So I'm multiplying this whole thing in here. What's negative 4 root a times root a? Yeah, negative 4 root of a squared. Negative 4 times 9 is 36 root ab. Why is the a squared? Because it's a times a. Remember, it's like this. A to the 1 times a to the 1, a squared, because you add the exponents. Okay, now, what is the square root of a squared? It's just a. If that doesn't make sense to you, or you want some clarification, a squared, a square root means you're to the power of a half, right? Correct? What do you do with these two exponents? Multiply them. What's 2 times a half? Yeah, because it gives you a2 over 2, which is a1. That's why this becomes just a. And that's all you can really do with it. Can't really go any further than that. Okay. Is that okay? All right. We're just going to do one of them. We'll do A here. No, we'll do B. Sorry, I lied. So, write a simplified expression for the area of each shape. Look, I don't care about the area. It's more about the operation that I want to practice here. So, how do you find the area of a square? That's the volume of a cube. Area is just length times width, right? And if it's a square, all the sides are the same. So the area is going to be the side squared. Okay, so if we know that one side is this length, and these, remember these symbols here mean all the sides are the same. So our area is just 2 root 18 minus root 27, all squared. What does that all squared mean? Does it mean I just put the 2 to both things? What it actually means is 2 root 18 minus 27 times 2 root 18 minus 27. Okay. What we should do, so are these numbers, can we break down the numbers in there? The 18 and the 27? Yes. So it would make sense to do that first. Because I'm going to have to multiply, we're foiling, right? This is going to get really big. So I don't want to multiply 18 and 27 together. Okay? Because I like small numbers. So we're going to break down the 18 and the 27. So I'm just going to do it over here because we're not going to use this space over here. So root 18 is 9 and 2, 3 and 3. So it's 3 root 2. And root 27 is 9 and 3, just 3 and 3. So it's 3 root 3. Okay? So now I'm going to sub these two in for the root 18 and root 27 over here. So my new question is now going to be root 18 is 3 root 2 times the 2 there, so 6 root 2 minus 3 root 3. And you get the same on the other side. All right, so what do? We FOIL. All right, this is just like if you had x plus 2 times x plus 2. You would be like x times x and x times 2 and then 2 times x and then 2 times 2. Okay, so we're going to go 6 root 2 times 6 root 2 is 36 root 4. 6 root 2 times negative 3 root 3, negative 18 root 6. And then we multiply negative 3 root 3 times 6 root 2, which is same thing. Negative 18 root 6. And then negative 3 root 3 times negative 3 root 3 is positive 9 root 9. Is everybody okay with that? Okay, now we just got to simplify it. What's the square root of 4? 2. What's 2 times 36? 72. Can I break down the 6 into anything that would make life simpler? No, it's 3 and 2, right? There's no pairs. So I'm just going to combine these two. Negative 18 root 6 minus 18 root 6 is? Negative 36 root 6. What's the square root of 9? Times the 9 is? What's 72 plus 27? 99. So the answer is 99 minus 36 root 6. That's the area of the square. Not that anybody actually cares. It's just a way to get you to multiply to square a binomial. Okay. Are there any questions about that? All right, here's what I would like you to do. I just want you to do, we did number 7 yesterday, right? Well, I signed number 7 yesterday, whether you did it or not. Let's do. So finish 7 if you didn't do that. Do 9B. Actually, don't do 9B. Do 10A and B. There you go. So finish 7 if you haven't done that, and then 10A and B. I'll give you 10 minutes, 12 minutes. Our break is 10:10. I think I said that yesterday. They fixed it. So we've got some time.
So if it's like a normal number, I only apply for that outside number.
Yeah.
Yeah. We're doing A and B. Yeah. But I said C. I recommend C. Or dark. Nah. Probably why it's not working. Same there. Not right. Well, you weren't getting it.
Yes, you're in a predicament. We are looking at these two things here. So, root 5 minus 2 times root 5 plus root 2. Or root 5 minus root 2, root 5 plus root 2. When you have the exact same radicals, terms, whatever you want to call them, all right? Terms, I guess would be the proper one. One is subtracted, one is an addition. These are called conjugates, okay? It's not important that you remember that they're called conjugates. If you remember what a conjugate is, okay? Like, you forget the name, I don't really care. But you need to know what they are and all it is, and it doesn't have to be radicals. It can be anything. So it could be, if I had x plus 1 and x minus 1, those are conjugates as well. They're the exact same terms, except one is an addition and one is a subtraction. Okay, that's what a conjugate is. Now, if I asked you to multiply these out, these two radicals, and we did it the long way, so we do our FOIL, right? Root 5 times root 5 is what? Root 25, I'll write it all out. Root 25, root 5 times root 2 is root 10. Negative root 2 times positive root 5 is negative root 10. Negative root 2 times positive root 2 is negative root 4. What happens to the root 10s in the middle? They're going to go away. What's the square root of 25? The square root of 4. What would have been the shortcut to go from there to there? You cut out the middle part, and essentially, now look, this is if you see this, it's awesome because it'll save you time, but you don't have to do this. If you recognize when you're multiplying conjugates, it's the first term squared. So this is the same as me going root 5 squared minus the second term, which is root 2 squared. When you multiply, because this is actually, if you remember factoring, which we will come back to in the next unit, this is a difference of squares, okay? So if I asked you to multiply this out, what would this be? Anybody know? Yeah, if I multiplied this out, what would I get? X squared minus 1, all right? We're used to doing it with factoring. Like, normally, if I said factor this, you would say it's x plus 1, x minus 1. Okay, we're going to come back to factoring. This is the same idea. It's just the first term squared minus the second term squared. Because when you square root, you just get what's in it. You square root, you get what's in it. 5 minus 3, 4. If you don't like that, or you're not going to remember it, just FOIL it every time. It's a bit more work, but you will get the right answer. Okay? So let's look at the next one here. 2 root 7 plus 8, 2 root 7 minus 8. Are these conjugates? Yes. So if they're conjugates, here's the sort of formula. I'll write it down here. A plus B times A minus B is equal to A squared minus B squared. That's what a conjugate is. Okay? So for this, if this was A and this is B, A, B, and I'm using this formula here, it's 2 root 7 all squared minus 8 all squared. So if I square the 2 root 7, you square each number. What's 2 squared? What's root 7 squared? Root 49, which is 7. What's 8 squared? 64. So then you get 7 times 4, 28. I'll write it down here. 28 minus 64, which is negative 36. Okay. That is the shortcut way. If you don't like the shortcut way, okay, and I don't care which way you do it. You could just go like this. I'm going to do this quickly, and you'll see you get the same answer. 2 root 7 times 2 root 7 is 4 root 49. 2 root 7 times negative 8 is negative 16 root 7. 8 and 2 is 16 root 7. 8 times negative 8 is negative 64. These go away. Square root of 49 is 7, which is 28 minus 64 equals negative 36. You get the same answer. Okay? If you're not comfortable doing it this way, do this.
So can you only do this way if it's another?
You can only do this method if they match and one is negative and one is positive. This method works every single time for no matter what question. Okay? So that's the subtle difference. You have to know when you can do this. And if you don't feel like you're going to remember that, do this every single time. Okay? Sorry? If they're both positive or both negative, it doesn't match conjugate. That's why this will work in that case as well. This works all the time. This only works if they're conjugates. All right? So, flip the page, please. It's the last bit of this lesson. So, write the conjugate of each, then multiply each pair. So, the conjugate of 4 root 6 plus 3, what is the conjugate of that? That's it. It's 4 root 6 minus 3. Same numbers, just change it. If it was positive, make it negative. If it was negative, make it positive. Now we have to multiply them out. Do you want to do the long or the short? Okay. The short says, I'll write it up here again. A minus B times A plus B is A squared plus B squared. A squared minus B squared. So this is my A. There's my B. So I go 4 root 6 all squared minus 3 squared. So you tell me the answer now.
So
87. People get it? I just wrote it. I just didn't say anything. Do people get that? All right. Next one. Write the conjugate of each. What is the conjugate of this? that what people got? The only sign that changes is the middle one. You don't change the sign on this. Only the middle one changes.
Yeah.
Okay, now tell me the answer when you multiply them. This one I'll freeze it so you can't see. I don't care if you do it the long way or the short way. We ready?
Yep.
97? You look confused. People get that? Or find where they made a mistake? Just remember when you square a negative number, -3, you get a +9. That might be where people went. Okay. All right. Do we want to do C? I think we want to do C. All right, C. Go. Please. We're doing C. Go. I'm just going to let you do the whole thing. And then I'll put the answer up. All right, we're ready? There we go. 25x minus y? All right. Any questions about that? All right, here's all I want you to do. Did you have a question? Did you say wait? Oh, I thought it was you. That's okay. 13, C, and F. That's it. 2 questions. Breaks at 10:10. Do those 2 questions, then you're on break. I'll see you at 10:20.
Well, actually, scissors are really great, so. Mine, you got this tape now.
You can go for break if you're done. I'll see you at 10:20.
It's so hot. I got hot. Sorry.
They're 10.
I might turn them off. Hi, Oscar. Hi. Baby. Oscar, baby.
Can I?
What?
Yeah. No, I'll take it. It's just.
Thanks for the fandy.
Yeah, you'll get it back at the end of the
No. Oh, my
Go get
God.
it now.
Stop it now. Oh, yeah.
Eating.
Pardon?
Carry it around. What's going on, Mr. Burnett? There you are. I introduced you to my friend.
Oh, great. You don't have a cough right
Why don't you call Mark?
Art? Yeah, no. Wow. I like to be more formal. You want to be like that. My name is Ram. What are your middle names? I can put something in my room. Because I love my family. I love you. You better than me. You were invited. I love that. I'm picking up my gown later today. Good. Maybe we could get a little dance. Just for old times' sake. Yeah. Start with that. You guys hear something? I think I heard something. Oh, that was long. Oh, I'm on TikTok live. No! What's going on? I'm live. You guys not getting the camera. You guys heard? Isn't that not going to what did you, Mark? Me? I wasn't there. Okay, well, I'm not here to let. What's up, Jaden? Ron?
Oh.
Yeah. What did you say? Alright.
That time of year where it's